recording. How about life? Oh, lost her again. Okay. Hi.
Okay, is everything working now?
Yeah, it was so sweet because it was like this moment of like, hey, and then boom, out, gone. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just started recording. So it's just like the at least 2 minutes of this interview will be me being like, ah. She left. Well, how have you been? I always start it very casual. I like so I started doing something new called Random Cues with Diandra reviews. And I
Fun.
like to do like questions about your work, but also like random questions like about um who you are, like whether or not you believe in aliens. If you were a Muppet, who would you be? Things like that. So but I always start the interview with how are you? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
You said that
Um,
with hesitance. You were like pretty good.
I I did get COVID yesterday,
Shut up.
but I'm still kicking. I'm doing good.
OMG, this is so wild because everybody's like it's over, but like you're not the only one. Like last week, my friend went to visit her parents and she came back positive.
Yeah, so like I wasn't
She feels
I
fine,
wasn't
but she
worried
had
about it till it happened.
her birthday party was this weekend and she canceled it. She's like, I guess I have to, do the whole quarantine thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, wild, wild. I guess that thing is still around,
Crazy.
huh? But so wow, COVID. I'm totally, totally shocked. I mean, it seems like when I was reading on your work, because they always send us the press, and I have my questions here. It seems like isolation is a little bit inspiring to you, or am I getting that wrong?
Um, no, that definitely is how I am. um, I'm definitely this is kind of an unhealthy trait, but it works out. I'm very good at sitting with my thoughts and with my feelings.
Oh God.
So
That sounds too good. You sound like you're
yeah,
saying I'm kind of like in the Olympics of isolation.
yep, pretty much.
Ooh, well, that's such a tricky thing because if you're isolated a lot with your thoughts, do you feel like you ever get rid of them or you just like low key feed them and then they like pop back in?
I do use songwriting kind of like a diary. So that's kind of how I just get everything I'm feeling out.
Ooh, so which song of yours do you feel is like your favorite diary page?
Ooh, good question.
That's
um,
gotta pay me the big bucks.
yeah. I feel like my single rose-colored lenses is very much it feels like a diary page because it was like feelings that I was afraid of saying out loud, so I put them in a song instead.
Ooh, I dig that. I dig that. Well, do you ever feel like after you do a song that you're like, maybe I shared too much? Maybe this is like too raw?
Yeah. It's it's definitely scary being like, "Hi everyone, here's every single thought that's in my head right now.
Here's my heart on a
Go stream."
platter. Here's my heart on a platter. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it is. It is totally. So if you could, take your rose-colored glasses, what would be something that you would like to see? If you could put them on, everything's getting rosy, what's something you want to see?
Mm. Mm.
The sky's the limit.
Yeah. I think I do. Hmm. I am like strangely optimistic about just like pursuing music in general. I feel like it can be really defeating as a small artist and like leaping into such a big scary industry. So I do feel like a certain amount of rose-colored lenses is like necessary for that just to keep optimistic and keep trucking on, I guess.
Ooh, okay. So if you could, it seems like you have like a magic umbrella painting in the back. If you could have like a magic umbrella that just popped open and blocked something in particular, what would you want it to block?
Mm. Um, I do it's you can hear it in my music. I have a lot of anxiety. I've had terrible anxiety like forever, and I in a lot of ways it does hold me back a lot, and I do get scared that it'll hold me back pursuing music and chasing my dreams, and it obviously in my music it has held me back in a lot of other ways. So I feel like I would, I would use it on that.
Jenny, you're making me so sad. Why are
I
you so
know.
anxious? Why are you so anxious?
I'm so sorry.
Maybe you should start doing that, like carrying an umbrella everywhere, and that could be your signature.
Yeah, might
Whenever you
who
feel
knows, might work
uncomfortable.
out.
Yeah, I mean, branding is everything. And I feel like my friend was talking about that. She used to work for labels and we were hanging out, and she was saying, like, it really is just about having that set image.
Yeah.
Deep, deep, deep. So if you could have a character, a movie character, a book character that as a kind of like a PR publicist going on the line of image, what movie character would you be like, make me like you? Make me in style and personality. Just give me the deets, the PR deets.
That's a great question. um, hmm. I feel like this might be a strange answer. I've been watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy lately. Um, and I feel like I'm a very awkward person and I've learned how to own that. Um, and I feel like there are times when I feel like the charming side of my awkwardness comes out and times when my not so charming side comes out and it's just weird.
Yeah.
And I feel like Lexi Gray from Grey's Anatomy has
How
that
did I
awkward
know?
charm.
How did I know?
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say Lexi. I knew it. I felt it in my soul when you were like,
I had to.
You had to go with the Lex. You had to, and that's a cool name too, Lex.
Yeah.
Jenny Lex.
That'd be good for me. Give me a little edge, maybe.
Yeah, Jenny Lex. You're like, oh shit, Jenny Lex came out with something. Hey, we're thinking about it. I'm
Yeah.
hired. um, but going along those lines, your debut was about. I have the questions right here. Trying my best. I wonder right now in your life, what do you feel when you look at your debut compared to now? How are you doing better?
Um, I think mental illness is so interesting because you kind of like are like I'm kind of aware that it might be there forever, but that doesn't mean that I am not getting better at handling it and like getting coping mechanisms or
Yeah.
whatever it means to get better. And I think between my debut album and now, I've just learned a lot about myself and come into myself more.
Mhm.
So I have just like less questions about who I am as a person, and I understand myself and my feelings a lot more. Um, yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like, you just start getting better at handling you.
Yeah. And then
Mm.
sometimes it crashes again, and I do have some songs about that coming out soon.
Well, I mean, you define yourself as sad girl pop.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever be like happy girl pop?
I I think about that a lot. Um there's a song by Sabrina Carpenter called Bad for Business. I don't know if you've heard it.
Yeah, I have. You think happy girl pop is bad for business?
Yeah, she's basically saying like if I'm happy, like will I be able to write songs? Like what's gonna happen to my career? And I think about that a lot, and I hope that I can continue to story tell and dig into that happier side.
Well, it's funny you say that because I'm my own artist. I do my own songs. And I've been making it a test right now for myself to write songs about actually having love and love leaving, actually being happy than being sad. And my mom one time gave me really good advice, but like she's a horrible singer, a horrible writer. Like this is not her world. She's like she's in the sciences, okay?
Gotcha.
But she was saying like for her, because we're all listeners of music, so our opinions are valid. She was saying like for her, the best songs are happy songs that are a little sad and sad
Mm.
songs that are a little bit happy.
Oh, I love that.
And she was saying how like there's like a good sad song goes into the sadness and says, I'm gonna defeat you. And a good happy song is like, I defeated the sadness, but I acknowledge you were there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So I'm trying to work on that angle of like,
Yeah.
you write a love song, let it be like deep and like love is joyous. And but it's also like love is so joyous after not having love for so long. Like that element.
True.
Yeah. Ooh, now that
Yeah.
got deep. So what's a love story you would put into song?
um, I I have been writing a lot about like obviously romantic love and all the different like parts of that. I do have all these like ideas and lyric fragments in my notes that haven't turned into a real song about just a song about platonic love. I would love to write about.
Ooh, call it that.
Yeah.
You should call that platonic love.
I just like the love that I have like shared with my friends is like some of the deepest, most beautiful love I've ever experienced in my life, and I really need to write a song about it.
Ooh, you're inspiring me too because it's so funny you say that because I they send a list of like your favorite some of your favorite artists and artists that you're being compared to like Olivia Rodrigo, and I was watching a interview with her and she was saying how investing in her girl friendships right now has really helped her be clear on what she wants in a romance because it's like you go with your best friends and they make you laugh and they make you feel free. And then you meet this guy who just like makes you feel small and makes you feel like you can't be as smart and you can't be as funny and you can't be as strong. And it's like, no, like I got to have that at all times in all types of.
Mhm. If they don't feel a little bit like a girlfriend, I don't want it.
Yeah, but it's true. I want my bestie.
Yeah,
I want my
exactly.
bestie. Well, yeah. How do you feel about such comparisons? Like with Olivia Rodrigo, Gracie Abrams, do you feel they're legit? Do you even listen to the comparisons?
um, I comparisons like that I'm honored to have. um I feel like I do owe a lot of my like songwriting to my like inspirations like who you just listed. I do because I will just like drive around listening to my sad girl music, and I feel like listening to them in like 2020 2021 is kind of what sparked me to think about like, oh, like this is what I want to do, like this is the type of music that I want to be writing, and I have my own things to say. So
Okay, so if a group of aliens came down from Earth and were like, "Hey, can you tell us about this place?" What would you tell them?
Oh God. I feel like I feel like it would be hard to keep it positive.
No. Well, you are sad girl pop. You are sad girl. You are sad girl pop. Yeah. Ah, you'd be like, we're all just dying, and yet we're here.
Yeah, I'd be like, we love each other at least sometimes.
Yeah, we get along occasionally. We text.
Some of us like each other.
Ah, poor aliens. Maybe that's why they don't come. Maybe that's why they don't
I'd
come.
tell them about Taylor Swift though, and then maybe they'd stay.
Oh my God, yeah, yeah. The Eras tour. Maybe take them
Yeah,
to the Eras tour.
that'll do it.
Well, if you could write a children's story with Taylor Swift, imagine that. That would be cool. What would be the
Oh
theme?
wow.
What kind of character would it have? What would be the theme of it? Just you and her writing a children's story.
Oh wow. Hmm.
Ew. Don't worry, you don't
What
have
would
to.
happen?
I think I would do like two princesses walking in a forest because I feel like she's very foresty.
Yeah, I can see that.
Two princesses walking in a forest, and then there has to be like some level of drama. So there has to be like a treasure chest that they find, but like the treasure chest says, beware, do not open, and one of them like is like, let's open it, it's treasure. And it's like we should actually heed the sign, and then it becomes like this grand symbol about like whether or not you should always be fearless or not.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
something.
perfect. I can see it.
Yeah, that's a very T-Swizz children's story.
Yeah.
That's a very T-Swizz. Yeah, I think I answered your question for you a little bit. Or
I can't answer it better. Forests and princesses, I think you nailed it.
is there a children's story that you always? A friend and I were talking about like things that when we were kids we loved, and like sometimes pop back into our lives, and we're like, why do we ever let you go? Is there something like a comfort movie or a comfort food that really you associate with childhood that you're like, why don't I keep you around more often?
Yeah. Um, definitely. I think I attached to a lot of things and I'm a creature of habit, so anything that comforted me in the past will comfort me now. I feel like with the Barbie movie coming out, we've all been thinking about the old Barbie movies, like Princess and the Pauper era.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like so interesting to me. Like I want to sit down and watch all of those.
I know. Do you ever play like with your little cousins and you're like, this is nice. Like Sesame Street, this is nice. This is
Yeah, they get it. They're doing it right.
they're living it. Like you're just like, you guys stay here. Just stay here. It
Yeah.
doesn't get better. Now you got me on my own sad girl pop. Ooh, if sad girl pop could be a soda, what soda would it be? Like what type of flavor?
Oh, my first instinct was some sort of cherry
Ooh, like a
because I
flavored
think
cherry soda. Mm.
yeah,
Ooh, that's a good choice. That's
like I
a
feel like it'd be
good
like deep
choice.
enough but girly enough.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, and if you're so you have your new single coming out, and it's very much about self-sabotage. And I wonder if your self-sabotage was an animal, what animal would it be?
Oh, it's gotta be like something that like does a lot of damage but is just doesn't know what they're doing at the time. Like what what
Oh my God, I
animal would
feel
that
like
be?
I feel like listening to your music, it would be a puppy, like a really rambunctious puppy, and all it wants is just to be held.
Yeah. just running rampant, kind of making a
Yeah.
mess, but just wants love.
Chewing shoes, trying to get attention, and it's just like, come here, puppy. Come.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm gonna tell everyone that. That's exactly how it feels.
My self-sabotage is a puppy.
Yeah.
A very sweet, rambunctious puppy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Well, I like to usually with interviews, I try to go like end them with a nice little oracle read, like about like their moon cards, and they just give positive messages. Would you like me to pull you a few?
Oh, amazing. I've only done this like once.
Okay, well, they're positive. So, oh wow, like three came out, and I always pull three. So, first quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. First quarter moons are the beginning. Cancer is very emotional. Then you got new moon in Libra. New moons are about opportunities. Know you are loved. And your final card is last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. So it's just really
Oh,
you got like a lot of emotional cards, and it's just like
yeah.
just every time you feel insecure, just replace it with love. Like just
Oh,
do stay in
yeah.
the like I am grateful for the sun. I love that I am, kind. I love that I'm a rambunctious puppy or something, like
Yeah.
things like that. Like just because it seems like there are changes afoot, and that makes sense. It's a new year coming. Um, just love yourself through it.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah, just choose love. Whenever that intrusive thought comes in, just choose love.
Yeah,
Oh,
needed
yeah.
that. Thank you.
Claps, claps. This was so lovely, Jenny. I wish you all the best. I wish
Thank
that your
you. Thanks
sad
for
girl
talking to
pop.
me.
Yeah, of course. You've got great music and you have a great personality. And
Oh,
I hope that your sad girl pop becomes happy girl pop very soon.
oh, that is so kind. Thank you.
Yeah.